Folks in New Orleans, as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 280. 58. 65. 80 weapon. Go. Ready to go.
Throwing now. Ryan on first down. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
64, weak. Switch.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run. This is Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Now a first down carry. It's Camaro. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you.
From midfield, here's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready? Yellow lady. You can't block me.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
95-56.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down to score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Running with Kamara. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 42. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Throwing now is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Breeze on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 27, Ryan. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On the return, Harris. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
43's the mic.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On the ground, Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
A gain of 4 brings up third and 4.
0-2. Hey, Echo.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Breeze here finding Kamara. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is Murray, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Breeze now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 95, 56. Check, 43. Here we go.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Breeze.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Breeze to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Kill. 5-9. 43 Delta.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
43's the mic. Yo.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, blue 80, 11. Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Let's go. Bravo. 22, Mike 22. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Mike 22, ready, snap.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is Harris. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Third down and 9.
Ready, yellow lady. Come on, 45. Come on, D. Ready, take.
Play action, Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now it's the backup Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down. Winston from the gun on third down. Opening man is Michael Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
Ready, 95, 50.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30, it'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Breeze now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, first and 10. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Ready, 25. You left me, 51. Watch the shit. Get up.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Ryan. And a loose football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 26. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tack McKinley. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Kamara. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Spins past him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the ground, this is Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Shotgun now for Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
61, matchbox, light. Sammy!
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 32 that time. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
Hey, check. 52.
Throwing now is Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way now. It's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give. This is Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 5-9. 43 to Mike. We got it.
To throw is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Taken in at the 11. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Remember, throughout my career, hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Saints going to call the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, it's Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Falcons.
Ready, 95-56.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points,